We want to graph a linear equation in slope-intercept form. We're given y equals 3/4 x plus 4. So for review, a line is in slope-intercept form if it's in the form y equals mx plus b, where the coefficient of x m equals the slope of the line, which equals the change of y divided by the change of x, or the constant rate of change, often referred to as rise over run. And b, the constant term, is equal to the y-intercept, which means the line contains the point 0, b. So looking at the given linear equation, notice how b, the constant term, equals positive 4, which means the y-intercept is positive 4, so the line contains the point 0, 4. And the coefficient of x is 3/4, and therefore m, the slope, equals 3/4, which again is the constant rate of change, which is equal to the constant rate of change, which can be expressed as the change of y divided by the change of x. So because the numerator represents the change of y, which is positive 3, once we plot the y-intercept of positive 4, we would go up 3 units. And because the denominator, which represents the change of x, is positive 4, we would go right 4 units to find a second point on our line. This is often why the slope is referred to as rise over run. Now let's try to graph our line. So we begin by plotting the y-intercept of 0, 4, which is here. But notice in this case, if we go up 3 units and right 4 units, we would be off the coordinate plane. This doesn't mean we can't graph the line. It just means we have to change the form of our slope in order to graph the line. Remember, a fraction bar means division. So here we have a positive divided by a positive, which we know is positive, but so is a negative divided by a negative. So in order to graph our line, we're going to write the slope as negative 3 divided by negative 4. Again, this does simplify to positive 3/4, so it's the same slope, but it's in a different form. So now notice the change of y is negative 3, and the change of x is negative 4, which means instead of going up 3 units, because the numerator is now negative 3, we would go down 3 units. And because the denominator is now negative 4 instead of positive 4, instead of going right 4 units, we would go left 4 units. So using the slope in this form will give us a different point on the line. Notice how from our y-intercept, if we now go down 3 units and left 4 units, this would be a second point on our line, which means now we can graph the line and it would look like this. Notice how as x increases, y increases, or the line is going uphill from left to right, verifying our slope is positive. More specifically, if we start at the leftmost point here and we go up 3 units and right 4 units, again, this does verify our slope is 3/4. So sometimes when you're graphing a line in slope-intercept form, we do have to change the form of the slope in order to find our second point. I hope you found this helpful.